Hi everybody and welcome to a video on my channel. It has been a freaking hot minute since I have uploaded a video, and that's simply because I don't have time. But now that everybody is stuck in their houses with nothing to do, me included, I have time to actually film videos and do fun stuff with my life. This video is all going to be about how I personally style my curly hair. I get a ton of questions on what products do I use, how do I style it, blah blah blah. I feel I can't stop touching it, it just looks so good. I feel like I am constantly repeating myself, so I thought it would be a good idea to do an updated curly hair routine. I did one last year, I believe, and it is a total hot mess, so don't go and watch that one. So what I want to do is run through the kinds of products that I like to use and also the different brands that I like to use. I'm not just dedicated to one certain brand. I think there's like 3 or 4 brands that I like to rotate through. Depending on the weather, depending on how I want my hair to look, I will use those different brands. Okay, let's start with shampoo and conditioner because that's usually the starting point of your curly hair routine. When you shampoo and conditioner, that is considered day 1. When you do a full cleanse, everything is clean and you style it accordingly. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there are 3 different brands of shampoo and conditioner that I literally swear by. They work so well for me. The first one is the brand that I like to use is the Bumble and Bumble Curl line. The shampoo and conditioner. I think my conditioner is at my mom's house, so I can't show it to you, but it literally looks like this. It just says Condish on it. It's a really good curl line. I really like it. One thing to be careful with this curl line is their curl cream is a little bit heavy, so you have to be light-handed with the amount of product that you're using, but other than that, it is fantastic. So this is one shampoo conditioner line that I like to use. The other one is from the US, which you can order on their website or through Ulta. That I like to use is called Weedad. This is a brand from the US. They specifically do curly hair. Their entire line is for curly hair only. And what I like about them is on the sides of their bottles, they will say what kind of curl that this product is dealing with. Either classic curl, this one is all curl types. The gel that I use is for tight curls. Weedad, great brand. Okay, the next line that I've been liking to use is pretty new to me, but I'm freaking in love with it. They do have a curly hair line, but I've been using their volume line. It's pretty great. I like it. It is called Verb. Again, a brand from the US. You can order them online. Winners and Marshalls currently have some of their stuff. Okay, so after shampooing and conditioner, like you will see in the video, I use a primer spray. Sometimes depending on what I'm going to be doing with my hair, I will use like a pre-style primer to make the hairs coil more. I will put in either that or like a leave-in conditioner spray or even like a heat protecting spray. So some of the ones that I like, actually 3 of them are from Bumble and Bumble, and one of them is from a company called Unwash. So the 3 from Bumble are the Curl Primer, is the BB Invisible Oil. There's also the BB Glow Thermal Protection Mist. Again, I will be using the thermal protectors if I'm going to be diffusing. But if I'm going to be air drying, then I don't really need them. I will either put in the leave-in or the curl. Leave-in, like I said, is by a company called Unwash. This is what it looks like. They have really good products for co-washing for curly hair, that they're cleansers or they're just conditioners for curly hair during the week when, like, say you go to the gym and you need to wash your hair before styling but you don't want to use shampoo. They have really good stuff. So after the spray, I am going to be putting in a curl cream. Now, I feel like the curl creams and the gels are the most important part of doing your curly hair. So for curl creams, there are 3 that I've been really liking lately. I have one that I really use just for special occasions because, again, I do order that from the US, and I mean, it's kind of pricey, but which is why I tend to leave it for special occasions. So it's Die Hard. It's going to work every single time. That is Bounce Curl. I love this stuff. If I can order it by the liter, I would, because it's just so freaking good. So the first one, special occasion only, is Bounce Curl. The next product that I use is from Lucetta, I think. This is the Curl Enhancing Leave-In Cream. This is really good. I do really, really like this one. However, it does have glycerin as its second ingredient, which is drying for curly hair. So I tend to use this one more in the summer when it's not as dry and crispy outside. So just keep that in mind. This is a summer product for me. The curl cream that I'm dying over right now, it's not really a curl cream, it's a styling cream. It is so freaking good and I love it. It is by Verb. This is their Nourish and Define Smooth and Shine Styling Cream. Now you can probably find the Verb line at Winners, unless I beat you there, because I'm buying all of it. Anytime I see it, I'm buying it. Verb is a fantastic line. Okay, so that was curl creams. Next is mousses slash gels. I have really just been using one gel right now because A, I hoarded it, and B, it's just so good. And that is the Ouidad Curl Quencher Moisturizing Gel. Also, just depending on how I feel, I will, instead of gel, I will use a mousse. And right now I'm using the BB Curl Conditioning Mousse. That's great. Some days I use both, some days I don't. I don't know. Just play around and see what works with your hair. And then to finish things off, as you will see coming up, I use some kind of like serum oil to like break the hard cast of the gel. So I like some kind of hair oil, something that's nice and perfumed. This is by Olivia. This is the French Rose Hydrating Hair Oil and Perfume. It's gonna have to step away for a couple hours because my neighbors are still hammering and I thought in a couple hours they'd be done, but clearly they're not. So if my hair looks different, it's because it's like 200% dry and it's totally fluffed. So this is what it looks like. Use a texturizing spray. The one that you will see me using is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. It's great. Again, there are other brands that do these. Bumble has a good one. Bay has a really, really good brand. Again, you just have to find what works with your hair. That is the rundown of all the products, and now you're gonna see the actual routine. So here it is. Okay, so hair is washed. We are ready to go. I'm gonna start, okay, I think I'm gonna use the Bumble primer. So I'm just going to kind of work like so. I usually work with my hair upside down. This is how I usually style it. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna just work right here. So just kind of spray, trying to get underneath. Once I feel like that's good. Use my fingers to work this through. It is super cold outside and my hair gets really, really dry in this weather. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Olaplex. It's a leave-in treatment for your hair. So I think I'm gonna use it just because it's freaking cold outside and my hair gets like crunchy in this weather. So I'm using Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother. I'm not gonna use a lot of this. I'm gonna use about that much. Try and keep this. I want to put this at a root. I want to keep it. Now for the curl cream. Ooh, I don't know what I want to use. Is the Verb styling cream. Yeah, I freaking love this stuff. As I said before, I can't get enough of it. Enough of about that much. Probably gonna end up using more. I'm just going to start to work this through, get the bang. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use more. Okay, I'm gonna use about that much again. And I like to flip and get these little hairs back here. That is done. Okay, now this next step is optional. You can use mousse and then use gel, or you can use mousse or gel. For my last step, I am going to use the Ouidad Curl Quenching Styling Gel. Okay, so I'm going to work the gel in the hair. I'm not really too concerned about how much I'm putting in, and I'll show you why in a second. Next up, I take my Denman brush. This is what it looks like. This is the 7 row. There's 5, 7, and 9. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be careful with your curls. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take sections and I'm going to go underneath and pull away. What this does is it helps clump and define the curls. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it looks great. So I'm going to go through and do that. What you want to do is pull away, like here, and pull away from the scalp. If you like a more elongated look, you don't like volume in your hair, you're going to not pull away from the scalp, you're gonna pull down. Oh, you see that?
So here, pull away. And then you're gonna keep on going.
Now that that is all clumped, I'm going to scrunch. You want to hear that sound? I call it the wet sneaker sound. At this point, what you also want to do is take your microfiber towel, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to come up and scrunch. Do not, for the love of God, go like this. At this point, or at any freaking point, once you're out of the shower, texture on texture will equal frizz. So you do not want to do that. That step is done. This is what our hair looks like at the moment. At this point, what you can do, you can either let your hair air dry, which generally takes a few hours, or you can diffuse. This is what my diffuser looks like. This is a travel diffuser. It compacts and it squishes, and it's universal. It will stretch over any hairdryer nozzle. So for the sake of today, I'm going to diffuse. I generally don't. Don't know why. I just like the look of my hair better when I air dry, but I'm just going to diffuse it quickly and then I'm gonna come back. Oh, okay, before I diffuse and come back, do not diffuse like this and hold it. The results aren't that good. What I generally do is I flip and I will hover on top of the curls. Just like that. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do, and once that's all done, I'm gonna come back. Now the hair is totally dry, we can move on to the next step. So as you can see, the curls are pretty clumped, and there are in like these big fat ringlets. I mean, if that's the kind of look you want, you'd be totally done. But holy crap. So look at these curls, they're going cray cray. They don't even know how to sit. Okay, we're gonna help those. Okay, we're getting close to the end. So, you know, bear with me here. Okay, so I like to wear my hair more voluminous. And right now, all the curls are clumped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, break the cast of the gel, because we put gel in the hair. Now it's actually crunchy. So what that helps do is like contain, the gel helps contain the frizz. So now we're going to break the cast so the hair looks fluffy and light. And at the same time, we're going to separate the clumps of curls, so it actually makes it look like we have more hair. At this point, what you can use is like a high shine spray, glossing serum, I don't know the technical terms. I'm going to use a hair oil. This I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my hand, and I'm going to rub this together, and I need to get close to my mirror. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly go through my hair. Okay, big clump of curl right here. I am going to separate it very gently, and I have the oil on my fingers like this. Be careful with your curls. Any kind of Okay, so at this point, you do not want to take your fingers and go like this. That is just going to undo everything we just did. You need to be careful. This is why this process takes so long, is because you don't want to create frizz. Frizz is #1 enemy, which is this is the step that's going to take the longest. So you're going to go through, and as you're doing this, you have the oil on your fingers. You're almost even like carefully taking care of each little curl, and then you're going to just gently move around the hair. This is the process that I have found to work with my hair. This is obviously not going to work with everybody's hair. This has been like 2 straight years of trial and error for me to figure out what my hair likes best. So this is just what I do. You're going to have to experiment with your hair, with your curl type. Some people have not as tight curls. They're like more of like a beachy wave. Some people have they have curls, but like they're fatter ringlets. So you're gonna have to play around with what works with your hair. The curls are separated, and at this point we are almost done. I think I look kind of crazy right now, but we're gonna make it even crazier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a texture spray. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip my head upside down. I'm gonna spray this to the roots, and I'm going to gently fluff. Upside down. Fluff. Give her. Now I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to just kind of like tickle. Give the roots a little tickle. Go from underneath. Do not go from the top. Go from underneath. Then if you want to, you can take your comb and you can like gently fluff what you want. I'm just gonna talk over them because I have things I have to do today, aka buy groceries. God, I love it when it turns out. Okay, so at this point you can like rearrange your curls. I feel like curly bangs today, so I'm going to you can just gently place curls where you want them. Let's see if curly bangs are gonna work for me today. Are they not? Not so much. I'm just gonna sweep them. Is the sweep gonna work? Potential. Then you can like rearrange the curls back here. Ta-da! Okay, y'all, that is my curly hair process. That is it. You guys learned a thing or two. If you have any questions, let me know. Follow me on Instagram on my aesthetics page. It is at Claws Aesthetics on Instagram. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see, since we're gonna be here for an indefinite amount of time. This is kind of fun. Now I actually have time to do these again, so it gives me something to do. Okay, that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.